There's crime. I got stabbed. Fair. They all look at you like they want to steal your underwear. If you're in Paris and you're eating a crepe and you're not having one of the best days of your life, you're a bad person. Hi, my name is Brandon. I'm a photographer traveling around the world pursuing photography. Little backstory, me and my wife quit our jobs, headed on a trip to photograph, travel, restart, reset. Anyways, Paris. I've been to Paris a handful of times now. It gets a bad rep. People are like, it's dirty. There's crime. I got stabbed. Fair. I've never had an issue. I got scammed once. That was my first time in Paris. People say that Paris is overrated. I think that your brain's overrated. Often build up places like Paris that have a reputation for being a romantic city, and that someone's just gonna hand you a croissant, butter your baguette for you, and then they forget it's a city and it draws in all kinds of characters and people from wherever. Sure, there's dirty corners and there's dirty streets sometimes, but overall Paris isn't a dirty city. I think it's actually the opposite. I think it's one of the more clean cities throughout Europe. I think if you go into it being like, this is gonna be great, yeah, you might be disappointed in some things. Overall, I think that Paris, if you know me, I shouldn't like Paris. I shouldn't enjoy it. It's like so Instagrammed, but at the same time, it's so much fun. The fashion is great. I like that French people don't want you to like them. Every corner has a bakery that's kind of pretentious. I enjoy people do nothing and still want to act important. Like, I don't know why. There's just something about it that speaks to some messed up part in my soul. I was in Paris for 9 days, so a lot of it was just wandering, which is what you're supposed to do in Paris. You're supposed to get a little drunk, you're supposed to go to a bakery, go to a park, walk the river. Bonjour, merci, haha, great. There's all these cute little shops. It's beautiful. There's little boats going by with overpriced dinners happening on them, and a dance hall going on for old people. Everything costs you money. Paris is expensive. And at the same time, it's cheap. You can find cheap dinners for like €8. One of the days, we went to a market. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce what the market's called. There's all these flea markets all over Paris. We went to one of the biggest ones. Starts out sketch. Fake Nikes, people selling wristwatches and cigarettes, all look at you like they want to steal your underwear. And I love it. You wander through all this stuff. People trying to sell everything. Kidneys, they're selling everything. Their grandpa's old watch. There's cameras there. There's shoes. Who knows where they got this stuff. Characters, everywhere. Photography, so good. I love shooting markets. It's so much fun. Everywhere is just chaos. Sometimes chaos is hard to photograph and find frames in. One of the things that I love to do in crowds like that is focus on finding characters. This dude looks weird, lady's wearing a weird hat, that she has 4 teeth, they're all gold. Whatever you can find, I focus on that, and details. Someone handing off money, handing off cigarettes, handing off, you know, looking for a watch, like whatever. I love that stuff. Quiet moments in the chaos. I was walking to one of the buildings, and then there's just 3 old men having lunch. They're like bullshitting, smoking cigarettes, eating cheese. In the middle of it's just like a bunch of paintings and old furniture and antique place. Yeah. Crepes. Holy crap. If you want a cheap meal in Paris, you get a crepe. It's usually in a little window, an employee that is mad because you mispronounced something. Delicious. All of them. They're all kind of slightly different from the next. You can get them just butter and cinnamon with ham and 4 different kinds of fromage or cheese. They're delicious. And I went hard on crepes. A few euros, they're warm in your hand, cobblestones. It's kind of raining. You're eating a hot mushroom crepe. Oh. If you're in Paris and you're eating a crepe and you're not having one of the best days of your life, you're a bad person. Oh, it's cold out here. Let's talk about the Eiffel Tower. See it from every angle. There's parks, there's cute little neighborhoods surrounding it. The tower looks so cool during the day, looks even cooler at night. Quintessential Paris. Every hour, I believe, they light that thing up. Bow, 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 bow. Sparklies. I don't know, lights on the thing, sparklies, super sparklies. Paris is known for gardens donated from other countries, sprinkled throughout. We went to, I don't even know the names. And they're just big green parks, essentially. France. There's people playing a game, I don't know, throw the hard ball at the wall. It was all old people, and they were all just chucking a big metal ball as close to a wall as you can get. You're not meant to be doing anything. Leisure is king. Leisure is top dog here. Throughout this trip, I've been reaching out. If you watched the past video, I went and shot Jose, who was a hat maker from Portugal. Through different outlets, I've kind of just thrown seeds. What can I shoot? Who's available? Got contacted by a fashion designer in Paris to shoot a lookbook of his designs. My ties to modeling ended up booking the shoot to go and shoot a few different looks. The designs are very avant-garde. Okay, so it's early. I didn't sleep at all. I think I've been up since about 3. It's 8 now, and I'm heading to a photo shoot. I booked a local designer in Paris, reached out, and He has a lookbook for his designs that he wants to shoot.
L'extra. Et puis même si tu les fermes pas, c'est pas plus méchant. Ça peut faire un peu, tu vois. Allons, allons s'il vous plaît.
Very cool. I juggle between if I want to shoot fashion campaigns, if I want to shoot portraits. I feel like I have a good eye for it. I have like a love-hate relationship with the fashion industry. We happened to be in Paris about a week after the Louvre got robbed. It was this big thing all over the news. I had nothing to do with it. The Louvre is so much. Everyone that you talk to is like, you gotta give yourself at least a whole day. No, you need to pick out the things you wanna see and you need to go see them. The rest, it doesn't matter. You need to hit the big ones that you wanna see that actually make you feel something. It is massive. I think it's over 2 million square feet. The big thing is not very big at all. It's the Mona Lisa. It's like a Creed concert in there. Just the amount of people crowding around painting that is literally this big. It's kind of underwhelming. Everybody thinks so. To me, the most interesting part is the fact that like people go crazy for it. Wanting this photo of this thing that you've already seen photos of. That's why you're there. That brings me to a point. Seeing so many people take a photo of this thing they're there because they've seen a photo of, brought up a point. Is photography in general, now that we all have cameras on our phones, are you taking it to remember it? Are you taking it to claim it? The fact that so often you take these photos and you never look at them again. We don't have photo albums anymore. You're not hanging on your wall, maybe posting it to social media, and then it's forgotten. So are you really trying to capture this moment for memory and nostalgia? Or are you trying to just claim a piece of life? Are you trying to just like say, hey, I was here, recognize that like I did this and I saw that. And this is coming from somebody who's been recording all of their life for the last few months. I think that if you're not pursuing the art of photography and you're just capturing these moments to then let them fade away into nothing, there's something wrong inherently in that. I think that people need to take a little more time and responsibility and accountability. I literally just watch people like pushing and shoving to just be able to say, hey, I was here. And I think that comes from a mass insecurity and a mass lacking of community or something where people aren't finding that recognition anywhere else. It's the same with selfies. I have this, I don't hate a selfie, but what are you doing it for? Is it just to get validation? Look at me. Or is it like, are you trying to remember a moment? And this is someone who was in photograph. Like I started into photography by being photographed as a model. But for me personally, I make the weirdest faces in all my photos because I think it's funny. Me looking stupid is hilarious for some reason. I think that a selfie should be a one-time shot. Click, we got it, we were here, we did it. Doesn't matter what you look like. If you're sitting there and you're trying to get the best angle and look the best in your selfie, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Have a little more thought into what you're doing, into like what you're capturing and why you're doing it. It is cold out here, it is cold out here. One of our last days, we hit up Arc de Triomphe. Didn't even take a picture of the actual Arc. The view from the top is what you want. It's the best view in Paris. You go up a spiraling staircase that's beautiful and weird and sketchy and scary. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get to. You have to like go under and up and around and through a bunch of different tunnels. And yeah, I love Paris. If you don't like Paris, I mean, don't go because it has plenty of people. It doesn't need another asshole. I think it says more about you than the city. There's so much history. How can you not like a city that at one point created a machine to chop heads off of government officials that weren't acting for the people? You can't take Paris so serious. You can't expect to like fall in love in Paris. Sketchy alleys, people that probably want to stab you and offering you drugs in park. But like that's every city now. That's what we're doing. That's the world. Yeah, it's beautiful.